Welcome to the Essential Mathematics. This is Raja Isa. When transitioning from 3D modeling to algorithmic design, there are a lot of concepts and knowledge that we will need to understand and cover that we didn't previously have to know about. Concepts such as vectors, transformations, an in-depth knowledge of geometry, a more complex geometry such as NURBS geometry, and some related concepts to geometry such as continuity and others. But why do we need to know about these concepts? And why are they essential for effective algorithmic design? Let me give you an example. In a typical 3D modeling environment, such as Rhino, you create objects interactively, and then you can move them from one location to another using visual and modeling aids. For example, you have a grid. You can snap to that grid, and you have things like the ortho to constrain my movement in certain direction, and you can snap to other objects. All these modeling aids eliminate the part where you have to explicitly describe the movement from one location to the next. The workflow is very different in that regard between a 3D modeler and parametric modeler or algorithmic modeler. So while we were able to interactively move objects in space in a 3D modeler, in algorithmic modeler, you need to explicitly describe the amount of movement, the direction, and the length of how much you have moved your objects. So for example, in a typical parametric design environment, you have your objects located somewhere in space. If I need to move them or copy them to a new location, then I need two elements. First, the objects themselves. Second, I need to accurately describe the movement. The first part is similar to 3D modeling. You have your objects. The second part will need a lot more knowledge in order to be able to define a parameter that encapsulate both the direction and the length of your movement. And in order to achieve that, we need to use some kind of parameters. In this case, we use vectors. We will explain vectors in some detail in the following videos, but just to give you an idea, while previously in 3D modeling, we never had to know about vectors, in an algorithmic design and parametric design environment, vectors are an essential part of what we need to do in order to, for example, move objects from one place to another. The same goes with other concepts that we will cover in the coming videos.